Okay, so in this we're going to cover the second half of the Dorian Triads. I cut it in half because it was half as you can get with 7, because in my honest opinion, one of the best ways to learn anything is to do it in smaller chunks. Instead of trying to do all 7 chords at once, just do them in small chunks like we've been doing, and then adding and adding and adding, and all the little tricks we learn, like inversions, non-harmonic tones, whatever. So we're going to use the 2, the 4, or the 6 and the 7. Okay, but first we're just going to do between the 1 and the 6. And I'm already going to just use inversions and non-harmonic tones. Okay, do something as simple as that. Don't worry about the greatest thing. When you're writing, don't worry about the greatest thing. You're practicing. Okay, maybe I'll do something similar and then add other triads now. That was just between the 1 and the 6, okay? But using inversions, and the melody was in the lower voice, so let's use the same melody, or at least similar, you know. Now let's break it up. Okay, so just have a little transition area instead of playing the same thing over and over again. So it was just a 1, a 6, 1, 6, 3, 4, 3, 7, 4, 1. Okay, so we got stuff to work with at least. Maybe I'm gonna use the same exact progression. Well, lots of inversions and non-harmonic tones, okay? I'll do a repeat of the same progression, and you can see how these would work out well in as sections for movie soundtracks and symphonic music that use triads, and even pop, you know. So a walk up 1, 7, 1, inverted, 4, 6, 4, 7, 1. So practicing inversion walk-ups like that, get the most out of your triads. Maybe I'll just jam on that. Okay. Same thing that we showed, very slow. Maybe do it a little faster. Maybe go back downwards with inversions. Can't call these out. Let's just do it. Okay, so practice walking lines like that. The 2 chord. This is a tricky one by itself between the 1 and the 2, okay? Just between the 1 and the 2, it's not a very common thing to do. That being said, I never say never on anything, so it'd be nice for like a little pedal point like that. You know, you hear stuff like that in film scores all the time. I'm not trying to aim just at film score people, but because we're gonna, the next one will 1, 2, 1, 5, 6, 1, 4, 1, 2, 1. So I'm just trying to show uses for these things. So maybe let's use the 3. Now that kind of gives a plagal kind of return to the Dorian root, meaning it becomes less expected because I did a lot of wandering before I came home. So the chords used 1, 3, 5, 2, 3, 5, 4. So the 2's always usually most of the time followed up by other chords other than the 1. So it's easy, so it makes getting back to the 1 a little smoother. Unless you use a pedal point, then it sounds, well, use your ear, okay? The diminished chord. This one's a little tricky, and I would say your best bet's to go to the 5. And they always say not to use it, but I say no. We'll use it here. So you see, it still works, though it's very uncommon. I personally don't see any problem with using it. Okay, so I don't have any personal problems using it, but some people will say not to use it. So it was just a 1, 7, 4, 1, 6 inverted, and then root position 5, 3, 4, 1. It's usable, but I advise going to like the 5 chord of Dorian. So next step is probably to take everything you learned, all these chords, and just kind of, jam on them. With inversions, non-harmonic tones. So yeah, don't try to do the greatest thing. Don't try to write the greatest thing. Maybe try to do some runs type stuff that just fall down. This could be done much faster. Just between the 1 and the 4. 1 and the 4. Okay, you could do little runs. Oh, that C note got stuck there. Sorry. Try anything you can. That was just between the 1 and the 4 little runs, alternating between. And you could actually do it much faster. I personally am working on my skill as a keyboard player to be able to do these things a little faster. So sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. Because since I don't practice the keyboard a lot, I intend to practice it a little bit more, and because I'm a guitar player, so but I like to teach harmony on a keyboard and in notation, because I think that's a really, really strong way to learn musical harmony. So in my personal stuff, I don't actually use Dorian, stay consistently within Dorian for long periods. I may shift a lot and do a lot of harmonic wandering modulation and whatnot. Dorian's just one of the tools, that is available. I mean, you have so many tools, and this is actually for a completely different topic and series, but Dorian's just one small tool of many to create. It's when just by itself, it's a very small tool. However, if you're writing pop and rock and stuff, it'd probably be a very big tool. So I don't judge on that. So good luck. And next one we'll go into Dorian and use examples that are out of popular styles or soundtracks or film or just various uses. We'll go through various uses of Dorian. And then we'll end Dorian and move on to Phrygian.